Merry Christmas, my friends. My name is Chris Pavla, and you found a countdown through the 25 things Jesus says about Christmas to see how it changes the way you and I celebrate the season when we go straight to the source. Now, number 15 in our countdown comes to us when a religious leader who lives in Jerusalem at the time of Jesus, he secretly believes that Jesus might be the promised Messiah. So in the middle of the night, he secretly goes to Jesus in the cover of darkness and asks him some burning questions that he has. And him and Jesus, they have a back and forth going, having a little bit of a discussion. And then Jesus makes the claims that he is the one sent by God. And then he gives us this little nugget and this little insight into Christmas when he says, the Son of Man must be lifted up. Now, when he says the Son of Man, that's a way of referring to himself, but he's ultimately here also referring to the manner of his death, where he dies on the cross and is literally lifted up. But then as followers of Jesus, we would also say he's referring to his resurrection when he is raised from the dead. But on the flip side, he's also referring to the manner of his birth and the Christmas season. How? Well, in order for him to be lifted up, he first has to be made low. And not just lower, like low. Like so low that he can only go up low. Like leaving heaven to become an embryo in a peasant's womb low. Like being born in a pungent barn low. Unable to feed himself or change himself low. He was humble, but first he had to be humbled. He had humility, but first came humiliation. And this dramatically changes the way that you and I celebrate the season, because if what Jesus says is true, nobody's traveled further. Nobody. Nobody was higher and nobody went lower, meaning that there's not a single person above him and no one's beneath him, you and I included. No one is beyond the reach of Jesus. Even if you're at rock bottom and you feel like you can't get any lower, you're in good company this Christmas. And this also changes the way you treat your enemies, or your coworker who annoys you, or the person who cuts you off in the mall parking lot. Forgive them. I know it's humiliating, but you're in good company this Christmas. Now, this is a big thought, but I would be honored if you would take a look at the other 25 things Jesus says about Christmas. I've made a little playlist right over here for you to take a look at. Also, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thanks so much, and Merry Christmas.